caused her to be a little distrustful about her head being touched. So what I'm going to do is just protect her face with my hand. So I'm covering that, and as I'm working, I'm just going to brush a little bit at a time. When I hit a knot or a tangle, I'm going to try to separate that into the least amount of hair as possible, and just work a small part at a time. And I'm using a downward motion. I'm keeping track of where her ear is and brushing that out through the back of her ear. Don't forget to really separate that out and brush right in here. Again, I'm just keeping her face away from the slicker brush in case she turns to bite it, or you know, she doesn't like what you're doing there. So, okay, so that's that delicate area underneath. Anytime that you're picking up the leg, I always tell people what you see your dog do in nature. If your dog, she loves to sit up and beg, so she'll stand up on her back legs sometimes. That's fine to pick her up that way. Your dog may have back problems or leg issues that don't permit them to do that. So if you don't see your dog doing this very often, then don't put your dog in that position. So I try to tell people, just when you're picking up the arm, just let them know what you're doing. So with her, what I'm going to do is just lightly pick her arm up, and I'm going to wait till she settles into that. It's not her favorite thing to do is give me the arm, but before I start to do anything, I'm going to actually kind of ask permission and just let her know that, you know, I'm not going to let go. I'm just going to do it nice and quiet with her. So once I've got her here, then I'm just going to brush this little feathering out. The armpit is a difficult, delicate area, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to treat it like it's a chicken wing, and I'm going to pull it straight up and out and brush underneath there. Don't forget to do that area, because now, as you can see, that's a delicate area, so we just want to make sure that we're watching what we're doing. That's the easiest way to do it. Pull up, make sure that you've got that there. Brushing inside here. Okay. So I've got the armpit area. Inside of the thighs, when you're picking up the back, the easiest way, good girl Posa, is pick her back leg up, and you want to get control of that knee. The most important part, now I'm going to brush the other side. So I'm going to brush this opposite side, okay, the one that's still on the ground. Now you have to watch their parts back here, so just be careful with that. And then that's how you're going to do that. I'm going to check it with my comb in a minute. Picking their leg up and out and in line with their body. So please don't go out and extend it out too much. Try to pick it up in line with their body. So you'll see like a dog hikes its leg. Something that they do in nature is okay for you to do that. So that's the main thing. I'm getting a sunspot on there, I hope. Well, anyway, it's not perfect, but okay. So that's pretty much where we're at. Her neck area, the same thing. We're just going to be careful right around her face. When we're brushing her face, lift up her head. Make sure we've got control of her mouth and her eyes, so she doesn't turn into that brush. That'll be something that you're going to really try to do if you have a dog that has chin hair that needs brushed out, or around their eyes, or a face, you know, up here. So Bijons, your poodles, things like that you need to brush. You want to just gently hold their beard, the hair underneath here. They're used to that at the grooming shop, so that's one thing that you want to just be able to do, is hold them very lightly underneath and be able to control their movements with that. So they're used to it. So I think that's about all that we have to show you. She probably has another 2 sessions of what I went through here before she's completely groomed out. Now, I'm doing this before her bath. That's really, really important that you do all of this work before the bath, because all of this dusty undercoat that we see here is going to shrink when it gets wet and dry on its own. It's going to form even a thicker mat or covering against her skin, and it's going to be double hard to get it out. So if we go ahead and do this before we wash her, first of all, we're going to get a cleaner dog. Second of all, a dog that dries much faster, dog that's not going to dry matted, and also we're going to have a dog that you have a lot better chance of getting all the shampoo and conditioner out of your dog when you do that, because this tends to hold shampoo in, and if you're not really careful with your rinsing, then this can trap some of that shampoo and lay flat against their skin and cause a lot of itching and scratching. So this is going to be the #1 way to relieve that from happening, or lessen the chances of that happening. So I think that's pretty much our video tutorial. Just remember, short little times with your dog. Reward them with something good. Don't leave them unattended. Anything that you see them do in nature, you know, the way that they move, the way that they lift, that's what you can do to get to the areas that you need your dog to do, to get to. Anything else? I'll put the links on, I'll try to put them on the video. If not, I'll have them a separate thing aside. And you can email me with any questions. It may take me a couple days to get back with you, but I'll try to do that just as quickly as I can. I hope you guys are all doing well. I can't say enough of how much all of our groomers miss you, our receptionists and our bookkeepers. Everybody misses you, and we hope you're all well and your family's all well. As soon as this lets up, we'll let you know. And just to let you know what our groomers are doing at home, they all picked a breed that they wanted to study up on and learn how to do show cuts. So Chrissy's learning Bijans, Leah is learning Poodles, and we're talking about show cuts, so they can do those in the shop, but they're learning the more sophisticated show cuts. So just to make really good use of their time while they're doing that. Chastity is learning English Cockers, some of the dogs that we don't see very often, English Cockers, so she's learning that. And Sabrina's working on short-legged terriers. So anyway, I hope, oh, and Kelly's learning